Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Chris. This is my channel, I Am Toys. Thank you again for popping in to make a visit. This is another custom figure review. Once again, please hit that 4K option on your YouTube browser or in the settings so you watch this, because a lot of people end up watching this in 1080p when you could have been watching it in 4K. So just want to put that out there. So anyway, another brand new figure from Once Customs. This is the New Blood Part 8 Jason. There's some of these already circulating out. There's some previous versions. This is the most current, which is by far a step up from the original. And I was originally saying to myself that, you know, I had the previous version and I was going to keep that so I could display the other head sculpt. But to tell you the truth now, I don't know. I actually kind of want to sell the other one now because I feel like this one just dominates. And if I don't have actually two of this one, I really don't want to display the other head sculpt on the other body. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But I'm going to put both side by side and kind of show you what the differences are. So I'm tossing around the idea of maybe selling the other one that I have now, but we'll see. It's going to be expensive, so any of you guys start asking me offers, don't think I'm going to be letting it go for any less than what I paid. These custom figures are expensive, and I am not doing payment plans, so please don't ask me to do payment plans. I'm going to be looking for the money up front. So anyway, getting that out of the way. Now, if you get this figure from Ones, it's not going to come with the sleeping bag. This is by far my favorite Jason death kill or kill scene out of all of the films. They recreated this scene again in Jason X. They modified it a little bit. Instead of him, well, and let me give you some backstory. Basically, in Part 7, there's a scene where there's this girl in a tent. Her boyfriend goes out for a walk, of course. You know, that's how it always begins. Jason, of course, kills him, and then he cuts open her tent, drags her out in this sleeping bag, and basically proceeds to swing her up and beat her up against a tree in order to kill her. And that has always been my favorite death scene as far as Jason, his kill scene, and apparently it's Kane Hodder's as well. And I actually got to talk to him about that briefly. When I lived in New Jersey, there's a Monster Mania convention that happens twice a year, and I was able to go to that. And I actually talked about it with him, and he was like, that's actually my favorite scene as well. That's how I found out about it. He's mentioned it in interviews before, but we had a little 2-minute conversation about it, and it was cool to know that that was also his favorite. I mean, he's the definitive Jason, man. I mean, as far as body type, style, he's always been the best. It's just incredible. So when I petitioned Ones a while back to do this, I also, he was like, no, what accessories do you want? I was like, well, this is my favorite death scene. I was like, dude, we got to do the sleeping bag, man. And I paid even more for it on top of what I already paid. So anybody thinking that you're going to be able to get this at the same price as what the retail is for just the figure, you're not. You're going to pay even more for the sleeping bag if he chooses to do it again for you. Usually he tries to make it a little bit different depending on what you get, but as far as I know, I'm the first person to request this and to have it, and it's incredible. And to have the original is awesome. So anybody out there that tries to tell you, or if they get more and then try to say that they have the original one, you know it's horseshit. You know, I Am Toys is the first to have this, and very proud to have it for that matter. So let's not waste any time, man. Let me get in and show you this friggin' monstrosity, because it is friggin' fantastic. I mean, people would watching these videos probably think I'm like the biggest Jason fan, but believe it or not, Freddy Krueger, and I've said it in the past, Freddy Krueger is my ultimate favorite slasher, man. And he always will be, but I love Jason. Jason and Michael Myers are a tie for second for me, definitely. But anyway, let's get into it. I've been running my mouth forever. So. All right, so here's a closer zoom up on the Sculpt. There's I'm telling you, a totally new paint scheme on this. When I do the comparisons, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's really, really good. I mean, the detail he put on this, it's incredible. Absolutely incredible. I mean, from top to bottom, dude. The axe is just about spot on. That's something else that I had asked for. The handle was more like a beige. You have more of that kind of, I forget the type of wood that is normally used for axes. But it was like a fire axe or something, I think, that he used. And in the movie, it was more like a white with a little bit of red tinge to it. But this one, I think he just sent me the one with the red handle predominantly, which is fine. I really don't mind. It still looks great. But just for anybody out there watching saying, oh, that's not accurate, you know, I don't care. It's all good. Put that out there. He did his best and he sent it to me. But the main focus of this is the figure, man, and it's absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. I mean, that's the old one behind there, and the older version, and I'll show you that side by side at some point. But I just kind of want to show you guys this one first and let you soak that in, because wow, dude. I mean, just wow. I mean, I don't know what else to say, man. I mean, and those of you wondering how much this is, it's expensive, dude. And like I said, I paid even more for mine because of the extra accessory, the customized base as well, or the different base, you know, and the stick, yeah, the tree that also comes with it as well. Some people already said, oh, the tree should be a little thicker. You only do so much, man, with a base. So he did what he could, and I think it was pretty good for a first effort, man. It's awesome, and he gets the idea across. So that's the ultimate point, right? Bag, the detail on that's awesome. The paint scheme on it is just about, I think, accurate to what the film was. We were originally talking about even doing the face, the sculpt of the face, but that would have of the girl that was in the bag, but that would have been probably even more expensive. And that is a articulated 1/6 articulated body in there, and you can adjust it and move it, and you name it, which is awesome. This thing is just a beast, dude, and I don't know how else to say it. It's absolutely fucking incredible. I mean, just look at that thing, dude. Just soak that shit in. It's just wow. Absolutely wow. I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. The newer paint scheme on this, and I swear I'm telling you the body's bigger than the other one. If it's just a new paint scheme and it's actually not a modded body from the previous one he was using, I mean the body was custom as well, but I feel like he customized it even a little bit more. At least to me, it looks bigger, stands out more. It's absolutely incredible, guys. I mean, I don't know how else to. I don't know how many times I can say it. Like, so let me turn this guy around and I'll show you from the side as well. And I'll also have I'll put the tree in as well while I'm doing that, so I can show you that too real quick. And you guys can get an idea of what the hell I'm talking about as I keep talking about it. And people are probably like, where the hell's the damn tree that he keeps yapping about? So you'll see that in a second. See you on the other side. All right, here he is from the foot up, from the side. As you can see, detail and weathering that doesn't quit, man. Just incredible. Absolutely incredible. And you can see why you wait a long time for this figure. Because when you look at the work that's been done to this thing, it's absolutely immaculate. It's incredible. And people hear the prices on some of these figures sometimes and they're like, oh my God, I would never pay that. But you got to remember something, man. Artists, tattoo artists, no matter what you are, when you commission their services, tattoo artists are a good kind of example, because they charge anywhere from 50 to 100 bucks an hour, maybe even more, depending on the skill of the tattoo artist. The same goes for sculptors, the same goes for painters, you name it. So when these custom figures, people hear the prices on them going up, $700 bucks, $1,000 bucks, $2,000, $4,000, $5,000, man. It's based on the work that they put in. So to anybody that is crying, about, oh, I can get a Hot Toys figure or something for 200 bucks, man. Yeah, but it's mass produced. It's a little bit easier. It's not paid attention to as far as the detail and the fine tuning that goes in, and the love and the blood, the sweat, the tears, all that shit, man, that goes into every single one of these from a custom artist, man. I mean, this is hand done. Each friggin' one is customized and done full package just like this by the artist, man. So you're gonna pay for it. So when you hear prices about what these figures are, don't sit there and cry about it and say, oh my God, I would never spend that money. If you're the type of person who's going out and spending money, $2,000, $3,000, $500, $600 bucks on tattoos, but then you're gonna turn around and then say that, oh my God, spending $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000 on a figure is ludicrous. You really don't have much of an argument or leg to stand on, because it just doesn't make any sense. So kind of putting that out there, giving you some folks some perspective, because a lot of people don't know what the hell they're talking about. And I like putting people in their place sometimes. So, but anyway, as you can see, this thing's awesome. So let's move it around, take a look at the back, and then we'll do the right side of them. Wow, right? I'm telling you. Wow. All right, and here's the back of them as well. As you can see, the detail Detail doesn't quit, man. It's awesome all the way around. Very accurate to the film. Some people might try to say, oh, it's too stylized or something like that. I know I've heard that comment a couple times from a few people about some of his figures, especially from the Myers, but I think they're incredible, man. And I see the person that it's supposed to represent in every single one of his figures that he does. And this is a beast, man. I mean, this is by far this is his gem, dude. I mean, as far as all the figures that he makes, this is the best one, I believe. I mean, it is just incredible, man. It's worth every freaking penny, dude. Every penny. And I'm telling you, when I do the comparison shots of this from the other one, you're gonna be like, wow, man, like, it's actually even better. And it doesn't knock the previous one either. The previous one is still freaking awesome, too. But this is just amazing as well. So it's just, you know, the guy's stepping up his game, dude, and he keeps getting better and better every year. It's just sick, man. Absolutely sick. I mean, wow, dude. So, and I always get people asking me too, man, on my message, on my posts and on some of the videos, how do I get a hold of this guy, man? How do I get a hold of One's Customs? Just email him. Hit him up on his Instagram. There's a Facebook group as well called One's Customs Figures. You can hit him up there. So, and there's an email address. I think it's onescustomsfigures@gmail.com. You can hit him up there as well. The guy's really busy, so if he doesn't get back to you the same day, just give him a few minutes, you know, give him a couple days a week. The guy will eventually get back to you. His work is top-notch, dude. I mean, absolutely top-notch. As you can see, it's just, I don't know, man. Anybody that tries to say that this isn't top quality work, or he's not up to snuff, man, doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. Because this shit is the tits, man. It is incredible. And as we go up, beast, man, beast. So anyway, let's show you the last side. And we'll show you a full frontal shot too as well, so that way you guys see the face sculpt. And I'll swap the head out too as well, so you can see it with the other head as well. Alright, and here's the final right side portrait of everything. Just want to give you one once over so you guys kind of get an idea. Nothing skimped, man. Nothing is skimped at all. That's for sure. Just incredible, man. Absolutely incredible. Whoops, sorry. Losing focus there. I'm like trying to avoid hitting my knee as I'm kind of panning from side to side. Oh, and a lot of people too, man. Some people ask, you know, hey, I'd like to see more poses from you, you know, in your videos. But I usually don't have a lot of time to do that kind of stuff. So what I do, I have my Instagram, which is the same handle. I don't know how I keep mentioning this, but people still, I don't know if they're listening or they're just not watching the whole video. Some people fast forward all the way through, which is all right. It's all good, but just so people know, man, I have an Instagram. I Am Toys, same handle. If you want to see poses, more pictures, you can go check me out there. I usually have different poses all over the place, and I've got some of him already up, kind of Christmas themed. I guess you could say. But like I said, yeah, just check me out on Instagram and you'll see the other poses. All right, let me turn them around, show you the head sculpt. All right, and there's the unmasked sculpt. Sick, man. Even the sculpt on this is tweaked. So is the sculpt on this as well. That's the previous one, and we'll show you as well. That's the new one. There's differences in that. I'll show you that as well. But it's just overall incredible step up from the previous one as well. And again, not knocking the previous one. The previous one is still awesome. Still not sure if I'm going to get rid of it because I really want to be able to display both head sculpts. And I'll show you kind of the dynamic I'm talking about. But that's the unmasked sculpt. So I just want you to kind of soak that in. I'll come out a little bit so you guys get a little bit of an idea. But sweet, man. Friggin' sweet. And one's even threw me an extra in here too. He gave me an extra head sculpt for one of my previous figures, and give a shout out to him for that as well, because that was awesome of him to do. And he's a good dude, man. takes care of his customers for sure. And if you eat, sleep, and breathe horror just like he does, and me and him have chatted back and forth quite a bit via text message, and we both have quite the same opinions on a lot of things as far as figures and some of the genre in general. We were talking about some recent documentaries last time we were chatting, and you know, we're of like mind, man. And when you find someone who also eats, sleeps, and breathes hard just like you, friggin' these people you stay in contact with forever, man. I'm telling you, dude, this guy kills it, man. He kills it. Just sick, dude. Sick detail, and quite accurate to the film, man. It's just a monster, dude. Anybody be proud to own this, man, for sure. I've already got some shots everywhere. This thing, Instagram, 6 Scale Grail. Shout out to them as well. And Joe, it's an awesome group. I've got shots there. I've got shots up in OSR, man. You name it. It's all gravy, baby. So, I think that, oh yeah, and this also, the machete that comes with it, this is by Tenela, 6 Scale Customs. And I believe that is a metal knife, and it's awesome detail as usual by her as well. You know, she doesn't ever skimp out. Their company does incredible work, and just top notch all the way around. Top notch accessories for top notch figures, but everything else is ones. This is a ones complete figure, man, and it is freaking immaculate, man. Just amazing, absolutely amazing. All right, so let's do some comparisons. I think you guys will enjoy that for sure. All right, so here they are both side by side. As you can see, notable differences in paint scheme. I swear, when looking at it, I feel like the newer body is a tad bigger, or maybe it's just some of the modifications made to the shoulder. But I feel like this body is a little bit bigger. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. But you can definitely see the differences. Both are still very good and accurate to Kane Hodder's kind of body. The way he moves and the way he kind of slops around, man, when he's going after people. Very accurate to both. And like I said, both of them are awesome. And similar to the paint schemes, you know, people are going to be like, oh, well, that one looks more green. Why is that? And that one looks more gray. Why is that? It's kind of like the Michael Myers films. When you watch the Michael Myers films, they use a lot of blue light, and that's why there's such a debate still about what color is the overalls, what color are the overalls. But depending on the light and the surroundings and how it was shot, because they use a lot of blue light, it looks different based on how, you know, the light is shining on it. So sometimes they look like a spruce green, sometimes they look gray, sometimes they look blue. And these films are shot dark. All the Friday the 13th are pretty dark. And depending on the light and kind of what's going on at the time, what kind of filters they're using on their cameras, it's going to look one way or the other. So both, in my eyes, still accurate. Incredible work. Ones did forget me on the boots, though. I asked them to throw me another pair of boots from the newer version, because this were the sideshow boots from what Joe Bratton was telling me. And as you can see, they're a little thick on the sole. And he was supposed to send me another pair of these. So I could throw them on that, and then that way kind of match a little bit better, and they look a little bit better too, you know, by the way. I mean, it's just the shoes, but he did forget me on that, but it's all good. It's not a big deal. You know, hopefully he throws them to me on the next order, because I got a few figures that are going to be coming from him, and I can just get it then. And but who knows? I may sell this figure, the one on the right still. I'm not sure, man. I am not sure. I am not sure what to do yet, because I really do want to display both head sculpts, and both of these figures are still amazing. So I really don't see myself getting rid of the other one, man. To tell you the truth, I just don't know. I just don't see myself kind of doing it. But we'll see what happens. You never know, man. But there's some people who already have kind of been asking, and hopefully if I remember who they are, if I do decide to sell, man, I'll hit them up first. You know, but I'm not sure what I want to do yet. But like I said, it's, you know, I'm asking for what I paid, man, because they're both incredible. And depending on how anal you are, one might be more accurate than the other, you know, depending on what you feel. But I think they're both freaking awesome. Awesome. Just incredible work. And as you can see, definitely differences in the paint scheme, like I mentioned. Just total fucking just, I don't even know how to describe it, man. Both of these things are just incredible. Just absolutely incredible. All right, now I'll show you both of the telekinetic sculpts, the cracked mask, and show you the differences on the paint scheme on that as well. And actually, you know what I'll do? I'll take the masks off of these guys and show you the head sculpts and the differences on them too as well. All right, so here are both heads. As you can see, differences as well. Here's the newer one. And here's the previous version. As you can see, both still are great. Both still really look great. Just kind of wanted to give you a shot of those two together and give you an idea. But like I said, man, one's just stepping up his game, man. I swear it gets better and better with every figure. I'm telling you. Give you a little bit of the side shots as well. But I can't wait for them to do another movie, man. I really can't. I mean, I go through the franchise, my box set every year. I watch it at least once or twice a year. I go through all of them, at least once. Same thing with Myers, same thing with Freddy. I just can't wait for more movies. The new Michael Myers film was awesome. I really hope that there's more coming, man. There's rumors that Freddy might be doing another one. So that will be nasty, especially if he does one more film. And they're going to bring England back. My man said he feels like he's got one more in him. So I hope they do it, they bring justice to it, man. They send him out with a bang. And they don't waste time. I know the studios are jumping on this shit ever since they saw how much money Halloween made. But studios are dumb too. They don't realize that you have to, you have to put together a good film, man. You got to have the recipe. You know, it's not just, oh, we'll just make another movie, we'll bring back the original cast and it's going to make money. No. You need to, it's got to be a good story all the way around. You know? It's just got to be. You got to have everything together and not rush it, man. Like with the new, the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street, it was all right, but I thought Jackie Earle Haley had a good Freddy Krueger in him. I just thought it could have been better. I feel like, you know, he has a shitty script. I mean, I forget what his name is, the dude who directed something, Sam Bayer? Was it Bayer or something like that? The dude apparently directed Teen Spirit video. I don't think he had ever directed a movie in his life, but he had directed a Nirvana, he did their Teen Spirit music video. So I was like, okay. I was like, well, what previous experience did this guy have as far as that he was the choice to direct the new Nightmare on Elm Street? And I was like, okay, I just didn't get the choice, man. I was like, all right, we're giving one of the greatest horror franchises to a guy who's never directed a movie before, or a horror movie, from what I understand. And it was just like, here, have fun. And then, I don't know, I thought Jackie Earle Haley got kind of shysted in that film too as well. Because like I said, I think he had a good Freddy Krueger in him. It just could have been a lot better. Alright, but anyway, let's show you the two extra sculpts and the differences on them as well. And then that'll be about it, guys. Alright, and here are the two other sculpts you get. Again, this is the scene where she cracks his mask off with the telekinesis. And I have the mask off for now, but as you can see, differences as well. Both still awesome. Differences in paint. And even size a little bit. The newer one on the right looks a little bit smaller, a little bit trimmed down than the one on the left. It's definitely one thing that I noticed, for sure. So just kind of wanted to give you the differences in that as well. So you saw those. Again, nothing really lost, dude. I mean, quality is still top notch as far as I'm concerned. All right, so. Again, let me show you these guys two side by side. I also just realized that I forgot to put the tree on the base as well. So we'll also do that. And close out with some final thoughts. And that'll be it, fellas and ladies. All right, now here's both together, masked and unmasked. And now, to tell you the truth, after seeing him with the alternate sculpt on, I have now, and having both of these, I have now decided that I will not be selling this one. And that, yes, having both to display both sculpts is definitely a must. So, and there's the stick. Here's the tree, essentially. Like I said, I already had one person say, oh man, it should be a little bit thicker. But it's all right though, man. I'm gonna be putting this in my detail for now. This is awesome though for outside shots, man. When I want to do some external ones. And it's just awesome, man. This thing, I love it. Absolutely fucking love it. I don't know what else to say, fellas. So do what you gotta do, get in line. Doesn't matter if you wait, doesn't matter if you wait an hour, doesn't matter if you wait or more like a year, it's worth it, man. I mean, think about it. You order Hot Toys figures and it takes about a year from PO sometimes. And so if you pre-order a figure through ones and it takes a year, I mean, honestly, it's still, you know, you're still waiting either way, right? So what's the difference, really? I know, but I know waiting sucks, but it is what it is, guys. It's the name of the game. But like I said, now that I have both of these together and kind of get the dynamic, because this is the first time I've put the head sculpt, the alternate one, on the other body to do what I wanted to do. And now that I see it, and this is the newer one that came with it, so maybe I might part out the other ones from the previous set, but I'm keeping both now for sure. Now that I see both of these together, it's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So there's no way in hell I'm going to be getting rid of this one now. So yeah, so never mind, I'm not selling it. But beast, man, it's just absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing. And even with the difference in paint scheme, still looks good. Don't really notice a difference at all from this mask, or even though the head is trimmed down a little bit in size, it doesn't affect it at all. Just looks incredible. So yeah, having both of these is yeah, it's a must for me. So I'm not selling them. So ones, if you're watching this video, man, just hook me up with those extra boots, dude. I just need the extra boots so he doesn't look like Eddie Munster here with the super high tops, like, or I don't know what the hell I'm trying to say, really, to tell you the truth. But anyway, it's awesome, guys. Tremendous work. If you're a horror fan, dude, it's just like, especially like me, I'm in heaven, dude, with these figures. Absolutely in heaven. So, all right, guys, that's it, man. I don't think there's anything else I forgot. Like I said, like, subscribe. Check me out on Instagram, same handle, I Am Toys. I usually have more poses and stuff up there, you know, so on and so forth. But that's really about it, man. I don't think I'm forgetting anything else. It's just hopefully they're coming out with another Friday the 13th at some point, man. I know they put it on hold, but there was one in the books. So we will see. We shall see what happens in the end, and if they ultimately do put another one out, I think they will. That's it, guys. Deuces.